I want you to imagine two traders. Both of them started at the same time. Both of them use the same broker. Both of them have access to the same charts, the same indicators, the same market data. One of them is profitable almost every single month. The other one has been losing money consistently for 2 years. Same market, same tools, completely different results. You might think the profitable one must have a better strategy, a secret entry technique, an expensive course, some edge that the losing trader does not have access to. But here is the truth. I have studied this pattern hundreds of times, and in almost every case, the difference between those two traders is not technical, it is not strategic, it is not even about intelligence. It comes down to 10 rules, 10 specific behaviors that consistent traders follow without exception, and that losing traders know about, talk about, and consistently fail to actually do. Today I am going to give you all 10 of them, not as vague motivational advice, not as things you have heard before and nodded at. I am going to give them to you with the exact psychology behind each one, the real reason why each rule works, and the specific way your brain fights against you every time you try to follow it. Because knowing the rule is only half the equation. Understanding why your brain resists it, that is what actually changes your behavior. Let us start rule number 1. Consistent traders define risk before they define reward. Most traders think about profit first. They see a setup, they think about how much they could make, and then, almost as an afterthought, they figure out where they would put their stop loss. If they put one at all, consistent traders do the exact opposite. The first question they ask about any trade is not how much can I make, it is how much can I lose. They define their maximum acceptable loss before they ever look at the potential reward. And if the loss is not something they can comfortably absorb, not just financially, but psychologically, they do not take the trade. This sounds obvious. But watch what happens in a real trading session. You spot a setup, it looks perfect. Your brain releases a small hit of dopamine in anticipation. Excitement builds. In that state, in that dopamine-fired, forward-looking state, your brain is biologically inclined to focus on the upside and minimize the downside. This is not a character flaw. It is human neurochemistry. The reward system in your brain literally suppresses risk awareness when potential gain is perceived. Consistent traders have built a habit so strong that it overrides this neurochemical pull. Risk first, always, without exception. They have asked the loss question so many times that it is now automatic. It happens before the excitement even has a chance to cloud their judgment. How do you build this? You make it a rule that you physically cannot enter a trade until you have written down, on paper, not in your head, the exact dollar amount you are risking, and confirmed you are comfortable losing that amount completely. Every single trade. Without shortcuts. Rule number 2. Consistent traders treat every trade as one of 1,000. This is perhaps the most fundamental mindset shift in all of trading, and it is the one that most traders intellectually understand but emotionally fail to implement. Every individual trade is statistically irrelevant. This is not a motivational statement, it is mathematics. If your strategy has a 60% win rate, any single trade has a 40% chance of being a loser. That is not failure, that is your strategy working exactly as designed. The edge only expresses itself over hundreds of trades, not 10, not 20, hundreds. But your brain does not see it this way. Your brain experiences each trade as a unique high-stakes event. A loss feels like evidence that the strategy is broken. Win feels like proof that you are skilled. Both responses are statistically meaningless, but emotionally they feel absolutely real and absolutely significant. Consistent traders have genuinely internalized the concept of the trade series. When they take a loss, they do not ask, what went wrong? They ask, did I follow my rules? If yes, the loss was a successful trade, a planned, expected data point in a series of hundreds. If they followed the rules and still lost, there is nothing to fix. The strategy is working. The loss was baked into the probability from the start. This single shift, from judging individual trades to judging process over series, removes the emotional charge from individual outcomes. And without that emotional charge, your brain is no longer triggered to make the impulsive decisions that destroy accounts. Rule number 3. Consistent traders do not trade every day. This one surprises people. But some of the most profitable traders I have ever studied trade only 2 or 3 days per week. Some trade only when very specific conditions are met, and those conditions might only appear once or twice a week at most. Trading is not about activity. Trading is about finding genuine edge and capitalizing on it precisely. A sniper does not fire 200 bullets to hit a target. A sniper waits, sometimes for hours, sometimes for days, and fires once, with complete precision, when the conditions are exactly right. Most traders have the opposite mentality. They feel compelled to be in the market. They feel like staying on the sidelines is missing out. They feel like the only way to make money is to be trading. And so they take trades that do not fully meet their criteria, in market conditions that are not ideal, simply to satisfy the psychological need to be active. Research from behavioral finance consistently shows that the more frequently traders trade beyond their planned frequency, the worse their performance becomes. Every extra trade that falls outside your defined criteria is not a neutral action. It is an actively negative one. It is a dilution of your edge, and over time, it is a slow but certain drain on your account. Consistent traders sit on their hands with complete comfort. They understand that not trading is a trade. Choosing to be in cash, choosing to wait, is an active, disciplined decision. And on the days when nothing meets their criteria, they close their platform and do something else entirely. Without guilt. Without the feeling that they are falling behind rule number 4. Consistent traders have a hard stop on daily losses. Every consistent trader I have studied has a daily maximum loss limit, a specific dollar amount or percentage of account, usually between 1 and 3%, beyond which they stop trading for the rest of the day. Not pause, stop, completely. This rule exists because of something very specific about human psychology under financial stress. When you lose money in a trading session, your cortisol levels rise. Cortisol is your stress hormone. Elevated cortisol impairs prefrontal cortex function, the part of your brain responsible for discipline, rule following, and rational decision making. And crucially, elevated cortisol also increases your appetite for risk, because your brain is now in a recovery-seeking state. It wants to undo the loss. It wants to make the pain stop. This is the exact state in which most blown accounts happen. A trader has a bad morning, 2 or 3 losing trades. They are down on the day. They feel frustrated, anxious, and desperate to recover. And they take one more trade, bigger than usual, outside their normal criteria, motivated entirely by the emotional need to get back to break-even. And that trade, taken in a compromised psychological state, becomes the trade that does the real damage. The daily loss limit is a circuit breaker. It is a pre-committed rule that your rational mind sets when it is calm, specifically to protect you from your emotional mind when it is not. When you hit your limit, the session is over. You close the platform. You accept that today was a losing day, one of many that every trader has, and you protect yourself from the worst version of yourself that is about to emerge. Consistent traders do not view hitting their daily limit as failure. They view it as the system working exactly as designed. Rule number 5. Consistent traders separate their identity from their results. This is one of the most psychologically difficult rules to implement, and one of the most transformative when you do. Most traders, consciously or not, tie their sense of self-worth to their trading performance. A profitable week means they are skilled, intelligent, on the right track. A losing week means they are failing, not good enough, maybe not cut out for this. The trading results become a referendum on who they are as a person. This identity attachment creates a devastating feedback loop. When a trade goes against you, it does not just feel like a financial loss. It feels like a personal attack. Your amygdala, your brain's threat detection center, responds not just to the financial risk, but to the perceived threat to your identity. And in that state, your decision-making becomes defensive, emotional, and self-protective, rather than strategic and rational. Consistent traders have built a clean psychological separation between their performance and their identity. Their self-worth does not fluctuate with their account balance. A losing trade does not mean anything about them as a person. It means a setup did not work out. That is all. It is neutral information about market behavior, not a verdict on their intelligence or worth. How do you build this separation? It starts with consciously redefining what success means in trading. Success is not a winning trade. Success is a trade where you followed your rules with complete fidelity, regardless of the outcome. A losing trade executed perfectly is a success. A winning trade where you broke your rules is a failure. When you genuinely internalize this redefinition, your identity becomes attached to your process rather than your results. And your process is something you can fully control, regardless of what the market does. Rule number 6. Consistent traders review their trades, but not the way most people think. Most traders who keep journals review their entries and exits. They look at where they got in, where they got out, whether it was profitable, and maybe what the chart pattern looked like. This is better than nothing. But it is nowhere near the level of review that consistent traders do. Consistent traders review their emotional and psychological state at every decision point in a trade. Before entry, what were you feeling? Excited, anxious, bored, desperate, overconfident? During the trade, did you feel the urge to move your stop loss? Did you close early because you were uncomfortable? After the trade, did you immediately look for another entry? Did you feel anger or relief? This emotional data, tracked consistently over months, reveals behavioral patterns that are entirely invisible if you only track price data. You might discover that you consistently take your worst trades on Friday afternoons, that you reliably overtrade the week after a particularly profitable week, that you always revenge trade after a loss involving a specific currency pair or asset, that you exit winning trades early specifically when you are in a profitable week and afraid of giving it back. These patterns are your psychological fingerprint as a trader, and you cannot fix what you cannot see. The journal is the tool that makes the invisible visible, but only if you are tracking the right things. Rule number 7. Consistent traders protect winning streaks as aggressively as they protect losing streaks. This one is almost never discussed, and it might be the most counterintuitive rule on this entire list. When traders are on a winning streak, they feel invincible. Dopamine is flowing, confidence is high, everything they touch seems to turn to profit, and in that state they start taking more trades, larger position sizes, setups they would normally pass on, higher risk, because the market feels friendly and their skills feel proven. But here is the dark irony. A winning streak is one of the most dangerous psychological states a trader can be in, because the overconfidence it generates causes exactly the kind of reckless behavior that ends the winning streak, and often gives back everything that was made during it and more in a single catastrophic session. Research on trader behavior consistently shows that the sessions immediately following a strong profitable period are among the highest risk sessions in terms of account damage, not because the market changed, because the trader changed, their risk tolerance expanded, their filter for trade quality loosened, their willingness to follow rules diminished, because everything has been working, so breaking the rules feels low risk. Consistent traders treat winning streaks with the same careful, structured discipline as losing streaks. They do not increase position sizes simply because they are winning. They do not loosen their criteria simply because confidence is high. If anything, they become more conservative after a strong run, deliberately pulling back slightly, consciously checking their own overconfidence, reviewing whether they are following their rules or whether they are getting sloppy. This single habit, protecting the winning streak, is what allows consistent traders to actually compound their gains over time, rather than experiencing the endless cycle of building up, giving back. Rule number 8. Consistent traders have a pre-session routine. Every serious consistent trader has a ritual they go through before the market opens. It is not optional. It is not something they do when they have time. It is fixed, repeated, and non-negotiable. The content of the routine varies. The purpose is always the same: to arrive at the trading session in the optimal psychological state. Calm, focused, emotionally neutral, fully present. Most traders open their trading platform while eating breakfast, checking their phone, thinking about other things. They enter the most demanding mental environment they will face all day with almost no preparation. And then they wonder why they make impulsive decisions in the first hour. A pre-session routine does several things. First, it signals to your brain that trading is beginning, that you are shifting from casual mode to professional mode. Second, it gives you a structured moment to assess your own psychological state before any money is at stake. If you sit down for your routine and discover you are stressed, exhausted, emotionally activated from a personal issue, that is information. That is a signal to either reduce your position sizing significantly or consider not trading at all today. Third, it creates the habit of intentionality. Consistent traders do not react to the market. They approach it with a plan. And the routine is the ritual that solidifies the transition from reactive to intentional. The routine does not need to be long. 15 minutes, a brief review of key levels in your watch list, a physical state check, a written confirmation of your risk parameters for the day, and a moment, even just 30 seconds, of deliberate, slow breathing to bring your nervous system into a calm state before you place a single order. Rule number 9. Consistent traders know when to stop trying to be consistent. This one will surprise you, but it is real. There are market environments that are genuinely hostile to most strategies. Periods of extreme low volatility where nothing moves meaningfully. Periods of chaotic news-driven volatility where price behavior is entirely random. Periods where the correlations and patterns your strategy relies on are simply not present in the market. Amateur traders force their strategy into every environment because they are not comfortable doing nothing. They need to be active. They need to be in the market. And when the market does not cooperate with their strategy, they start changing their strategy, rather than recognizing that the environment is temporarily unsuitable. Consistent traders are honest about market conditions. They know what type of environment their strategy works in, and they know what type of environment it does not work in. And when the market shifts into an unfavorable environment, they reduce their size dramatically, increase their criteria threshold, or stop trading entirely until conditions improve. This is not giving up. This is capital preservation. It is the understanding that the market will always be there tomorrow, and protecting your account through an unfavorable period means you will be there to trade profitably when the environment you need returns. Some of the most profitable months I have studied in consistent traders' records were months where they traded very little, because they recognized early that conditions were not right for their approach, protected their capital, and came back fresh when the market shifted. Rule number 10. Consistent traders play a long game that most traders do not even realize exists. This is the rule that ties everything else together, and it is the one that separates the traders who last from the traders who burn out. Most traders are playing a short game. They want to make money now, this week, this month. They measure themselves against daily and weekly performance. They feel behind if they are not profitable in their first few months. They try to accelerate the process, taking more trades, taking larger positions, hunting for the system that will produce results faster. Consistent traders are playing a completely different game. They are building a skill that compounds over years. They know that the first year of live trading is almost entirely about learning, about discovering your own psychological patterns, your specific vulnerabilities, the market environments where your edge is strongest. They do not expect that year to be profitable. They expect it to be educational. And because they are playing the long game, they make very different decisions. They take smaller positions because they are more concerned with surviving the learning curve than squeezing maximum profit from every trade. They accept slower growth because they understand that sustainable compounding over years produces more wealth than aggressive trading followed by blown accounts followed by starting over. There is a study that analyzed trading account data over multiple years and found that traders with written, rules-based frameworks consistently outperform discretionary traders by 23 to 31% in risk-adjusted returns over 12-month periods. Not because their strategies were superior, because they made decisions from a framework rather than from emotion, and that framework compounded quietly and relentlessly, while other traders cycled through strategies and accounts and frustration. The 10% of traders who make consistent money are not necessarily more talented than the 90% who do not. They are not luckier. They are not smarter. They are playing a different game with a longer time horizon and a deeper commitment to process over outcomes. They have accepted that trading is not a shortcut to wealth. It is a skill that takes years to develop, and the traders who treat it as such are the ones who are still trading profitably 5 years from now, while everyone who was looking for a shortcut has long since quit. Let me bring these 10 rules together for you one more time. Rule 1, define risk before reward. Rule 2, treat every trade as one of 1,000. Rule 3, do not trade every day. Rule 4, set a hard daily loss limit. Rule 5, separate your identity from your results. Rule 6, review your psychology, not just your price data. Rule 7, protect winning streaks as aggressively as losing streaks. Rule 8, have a non-negotiable pre-session routine. Rule 9, recognize when your strategy does not fit the environment. Rule 10, play the long game. None of these rules are secret. None of them are technically difficult. They do not require a special indicator or an expensive course. What they require is something far harder to acquire than knowledge. They require the sustained, disciplined, unglamorous commitment to do the same right things every single day, especially on the days when doing the wrong thing feels easier, faster, and more immediately rewarding. The market will test every one of these rules. It will create conditions that make each one feel unnecessary, excessive, or in conflict with making money right now. And every time you hold to the rules when the market pushes against them, every single time, you are becoming the kind of trader that the market cannot break. That is consistency. Not a perfect win rate. Not never having a bad week. Consistency is what remains when the market has done its best to change your behavior and failed. If this video resonated, if you found yourself recognizing your own patterns in any of these 10 rules, hit the like button right now. It costs you nothing and it helps this content reach more traders who need to hear it. Drop in the comments. Which of these 10 rules is the hardest for you to follow? Number 1 through 10. Be honest. I read every comment and I genuinely want to know. And if you are not subscribed yet, every week on this channel I go deep into the psychological and behavioral patterns that separate consistent traders from struggling ones. No fake screenshots, no get-rich promises, just real, researched, honest content that treats you like the serious trader you are. I will see you in the next one.